This is Emeka Ezra, and this is the Redeemed Podcast where we talk about our past lives before we met Christ. I hope no one is listening, but if you are, please keep it to yourself.
My guys, have you ever wondered why the intro sounds like that? Like why I say the things I said in the intro. Have you ever wondered why I say all of those things like shush, don't share it with anyone, blah blah blah. Why I'm sounding so cryptic? Apart from the fact that it's cool, it's apart from the fact that it sounds cool, on that reason is actually because when I started, you know, at first I didn't know anyone that was talking about addiction or pornography. That is one. I didn't know anybody. Two, I was like, why is no one talking about I was asking myself this question, why is no one talking about this when I know that over 70%, at least I know in the church, 70% of people, you know, they have this addiction to pornography issue or they have come across pornography. Why is that no one's talking about it? Then I understood that even those people that had become free from pornography were also scared. They were trying to protect their reputation, which was very disgusting to me. Like I did not like the reputation, like everybody, like all of this reputation talk, everybody's like thinking, I have a lot of things to protect. I don't want anybody to come and see me tomorrow and be talking that I had an addiction, blah 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 blah. I'm like, bro, but almost everybody has come across a pornography addiction or they've had a sex perversion issue. Like, what is your problem? What is the issue here? Do you get? You know, I have a friend that has a podcast. He interviewed a lady, and after that interview, the interview went semi-viral. Let me just say semi-viral. The interview went semi-viral. And after the interview went viral, the parents of the lady called this my friend as the podcast host and told him to bring down the episode. Now, let me tell you something. You only hear of these kinds of issues in Christian circles because obviously we are not trying to make money off your story. Do you understand? So if after we have put it up and you say, "Oh, I don't want to do it again," no, the truth is that I will bring it down because I'm not trying to embarrass you. I'm not trying to make money off your story. I'm not trying to become popular off your story. And if you tell me, "Oh, let's bring it down," bring it down. But this does not work. It's not right. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not right. It doesn't even work in a secular environment. When you come to the radio house or when you come to a secular show, whatever you see is theirs and they can do anything with it, right? So this is exactly my issue, that a lot of people do not understand the reason why we share our stories or we share our testimonies. And the simple reason why we share our testimonies is because testimonies can be replicated. Let me tell you, there's this thing with the human mind. When humans or when the human mind sees that there's a possibility, the human mind goes for that possibility. It's like the fourth mile, the principle of the fourth mile. Everybody in the world thought, okay, this is how fast a man can run, a natural man can run. Until someone broke the record, and immediately the person broke the record, we began to see other people break the record. Other people will break the record. Other people were just breaking the record. Is what happens to human beings when they see someone break the glass ceiling over them. They know that it's possible, so they attempt it. Is what we are fighting. A lot of people do not know that pornography can be dealt with. A lot of people do not know that they can break their addiction. A lot of people do not know that Jesus heals all manner of sickness. So what we do is that we come and we say, hey, I'm the one Jesus helped. And because we are able to say, I'm the one Jesus helped, people get free. It's not about you. The reason why I encourage people to tell their stories, especially on public platforms, is because it's not about you. You think of yourself too much. You are so selfish that the only thing that comes to your mind is your reputation. You, yourself, and yours. That is the only thing that comes to your mind. You do not see yourself as ministry. You don't even see that the reason why God allowed you go through those things, the reason why God brought you out of those things is for you to go back to that cage he rescued you from and rescue others from it. You don't see it that way. I'm telling you, when I was struggling with addiction, it got to a point where I knelt down before God and I said, Lord, if you can help me break free from this addiction, I will go and I will save other people. And this is what I'm doing now. I'm talking, this is years after I am still talking about addiction, because there are millions, there are many people struggling with this. They need to know that Jesus helps the addicted. They need to know God is setting many free. They need to know. If they don't know, they will suffer. They will keep on suffering. My friend says, Emeka, if we don't do ministry, many people will suffer. And I agree. I agree. I agree. You need to see your story like ministry. I find it really difficult, after finding people that have stories worth telling. I believe everybody have stories worth telling, but I mean, there are many intriguing stories that you would tell, and it's just you know just one in a million. And even after finding those people are shy. I am grateful to everyone who has come on the podcast, to share their story, from the one of the spirit spouse to the one of the addiction, to just many others that we've seen on this podcast. I get a lot of messages saying, sir, there's this story. Someone will say, oh, there's this story that you told with so person. When they share their testimony, it changed my life. And I'm like, oh, wow, it changed your life? The person will say, yes, it changed my life. Just because someone told their story, other people got free. Other people, I received, after releasing an episode one day, I just, after some hours, I received a call. A friend of mine, she called me. I was like, oh, how are you doing? What's going on? You've not called me in a long time. What's happening? And she was crying on the phone. And she said, the episode you just released talks about my life. It was like I was being seen. And I was like, what's going on? She said, I just parked on the road just for me to listen to this, like beside the road, just for me to finish listening to this episode. This is what I'm telling you. Your story will change other people's life. Stop hoarding it. Stop hoarding. A lot of you are even saying, I get to meet some people that say, oh, I will tell my story when I'm married. See, let me tell you, if you cannot be dishonorable, and when I mean dishonorable, you lose your reputation and you lose your honor, and you say, damn everything, I will do it for Christ, I will give myself for Jesus. If you cannot say it now, you will not say it then. You will not say it then. If you cannot do it now, you will not do it then. I know what I'm saying. If you cannot do it now, you will not do it then. So, my dear friends, what am I saying? Don't look at man. Don't look at man. Don't look at man. Don't care what they say. It's about Jesus. Let me tell you what people don't know. It's until you tell your story and you find out that, oh, everybody is like you. You be like, hey, wait, you are going through this? The person says, yes, I'm going through it. You say, hey, you're going through this also? Yeah. They will come. They will come and they will say, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Have you ever wondered why when people talk about common ground, many times as human beings we find common ground in our failures, not in our success? Because a lot of people are are suffering because the god of this world is the devil, and because he's the devil, almost everyone has tasted of suffering. Almost everyone has tasted of failure. So when you come to tell your testimony, people will relate. This is me just saying, share your testimony. Send me a message if you want to. If we can meet, we will meet. Have a wonderful Friday. God bless you. See you next time. See you next week.